So here we were discussing the OH minus and OR minus, that is the hydroxy group and the alkoxy groups, are the bad leaving groups. We have seen the example that the alcohol on reaction with the bromine nucleophile in presence of sodium bromide, there is no reaction. There is no reaction. But when the same reaction is carried out in presence of acid, that is HBr, the reaction is faster with the formation of alkyl bromide. And why this thing happens? So here acid plays an important role. So what is the mechanism of this reaction? That this alcohol on treating with acid H plus converts the bad leaving group OH into a good leaving group. And here the in the second step the Br minus attacks, that is the nucleophile attacks the alkyl group, and this OH, which is converted to H2O, has been converted to a good leaving group. It cleaves and gives you the formation of the alkyl bromide and water. And so here it acts as a good living group. Good living group. It acts as a good living group. So this is not only for the same this type of reaction, but the same reaction is used in the cleavage of ethers. In the cleavage of ethers, the same trick is being used here. So on reacting ethers with acid in presence of Hi, here you will get ROR, and here this oxygen is getting hydrogenated. And then in the next step, second step, this I minus attacks this alkyl group, and this gives you the formation of alkyl iodide plus alcohol. Alkyl iodide plus alcohol. And so ROH means this OH minus is a far better leaving group than OR minus. And so OH can be also converted into its OH can be converted in from a bad leaving group to a good leaving group by using tosylates also. That is the paratoluene sulfonyl chloride. So our alcohols on reaction with tosyl chloride, that is paratoluene sulfonyl chloride. Paratoluene sulfonyl chloride. So this can be also used to convert the bad leaving group, means the hydrogen atom of the hydroxyl group is replaced by, yes, this is the tosylate which is obtained here in this reaction. And so this is the tosylate which is obtained. This can be also written as OTS. So this TS is nothing but your tosyl group, that is the toluene with sulfur dioxide. Okay, so this is your tosyl chloride. This is also called as your tosyl chloride. This can also be used for converting a bad living group into a good living groups. So in this way, and here this is a good living, tosylate is a good living group than hydroxy, and so that's why it's converted into tosylate. So this was all regarding the effect of your or the nature of living group how it affects the rate of reaction. Then the next third point of this topic, it is the effect of nucleophile. Effect of nucleophile. So the key difference between this SN1 and SN2 mechanism is that if you see the mechanisms of SN1 and SN2 reactions, that the nucleophile participates in the slow step of SN2 reaction, and in SN1 reaction it attacks in the fast step. So the role of nucleophile does not affect the rate of SN1 reaction, and so in SN1, role of nucleophile role of nucleophile is in fast step, and so the concentration or nature of nucleophile does not does not affect the rate does not affect the rate of the reaction, so it is getting used in the fast step. But in SN2, the nucleophile plays the important role in the slow step, and that's why it affects the rate of SN2 reaction. And so when we are considering the rate of SN2 reaction, and that too on the nature of nucleophile, so the concentration of the nucleophile and the nature of the nucleophile, that is nucleophilicity 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 plays an important role in SN2 reaction. And so if we what is the effect of concentration? If the concentration of the if concentration increases, rate of SN2 increases, rate of SN2 reaction will increase, rate of SN2 reaction increases. And if you decrease the concentration of the nucleophile, the rate of SN2 reaction will decrease. And so the concentration plays an important role. And so depending on this concentration, if you increase concentration, increase in concentration favors SN2 path, but decrease in concentration favors SN1 mechanism, favors SN1 mechanism. And so this is the way in which we has to deal with the while considering the concentration of the nucleophile in the nucleophilic substitution reactions. So this was the important aspect regarding the concentrations of the nucleophile. Now we want to see the nature of nucleophile. Nature of nucleophile. So while considering the nature of nucleophile, here as it plays the important role in the SN2 reaction, it does not affect the rate of SN1 reaction. And this nucleophilicity is the ability, nucleophilicity or the nucleophile donates electron, donates electron pair, donates electron pair, and to form a covalent bond. And so the tendency of donating the electron pair is nothing but your nucleophilicity. And so again, if we consider what is base, base is also a substance or a species which donates electron pair. But here the basic difference in basicity and nucleophilicity is that in basicity it donates the electron pair to proton, that is H plus, and nucleophile or the nucleophilicity is that which donates electron pair to atom other than proton, that is oftenly carbon. It's oftenly carbon. And so this is the important thing, that the nature of nucleophile is to be considered. Then nucleophilicity is also affected by the steric factor, that is the if there is a lot of crowding, then the nucleophilicity will decrease. And so there are different criterias to decide the nucleophilicity, criteria of nucleophilicity. So here, what are these criteria to decide the nucleophilicity? So there's some general criterias whether the given reagent is a good nucleophile or not is to be studied. And so here the first factor, that a negatively charged species is a good nucleophile is a good nucleophile than neutral molecule, then neutral species, neutral species or a neutral molecule. So for example, OH minus is a good nucleophile than H2O. Here OH minus is a negatively charged species, so it can act as a nucleophile in a better manner than H2O, which is a neutral molecule. Second thing, if the attacking atom is same, like C2H5O minus, then the phenoxide ion, acetate ion, or the nitronium ion. Here the atoms are attacking atom is same, and so here the nucleophilicity increases with basicity. And so here ethoxide is more nucleophilic than phenoxide, which is more nucleophilic than acetate, which is more nucleophilic than nitrate, because here the two electron donating groups are there. Here the plus I effect operates to increase the basicity of this O minus than the phenoxide. Phenoxide is having better nucleophilicity than the acetate ion, than the so the basicity here, the basicity decreases, and so the nucleophilicity increases. In this way, if the attacking atom is same, if the basicity decreases, the nucleophilicity increases. Then if the attacking atom, that is C, if the attacking atom is from the same period, is of same period, and so here if it is from the same period of the periodic table, then the nucleophilicity correlates with basicity. The nucleophilicity correlates with basicity. That is, the atoms like oxygen and nitrogen. Means when we go from left to the right, basicity goes on increasing. The basicity goes on increasing. And so the nucleophilicity will also increase. So how this can be explained? So here if we see the first, that H2O is less basic than NH3. So here this can donate electron pair, and this nitrogen can also donate electron pair. But here the electronegativity is high and here the electronegativity is less. The tendency to attract the electron is more here in oxygen, and so it will donate the electron pair difficultly than the nitrogen, whereas nitrogen can donate the electron pair more easily. And so here it is less basic. So H2O is less nucleophilic, is less nucleophilic, is less nucleophilic than NH3. Means NH3 is more nucleophilic. In the second example, if we see OH minus is less basic. The same criteria, only here the neutral molecules are considered. Here we are going to consider the ions less basic than NH2 minus. Again the same thing, that OH minus is less nucleophilic, than NH2 minus, less nucleophilic than NH2 minus. So nitrogen is less electronegative and that's why can readily donate the electron pair than the oxygen. So this was regarding the atoms from the same period. And then the D, if the atom belongs, if the atom belongs to same group, that is the nucleophilicity does not correlate the basicity. Nucleophilicity does not correlate, so here fluorine is more basic than chlorine, which is more basic than bromine, which is more basic than iodine, whereas fluorine is less nucleophilic than chlorine, which is less nucleophilic than bromine, and which is less nucleophilic than iodine. Means this is more nucleophilic. This is the nucleophilicity, and this is basicity. And so here the I minus is having less electronegativity and the atomic size is bigger. That's why it is a better nucleophile or a good nucleophile than the bromine, which is more nucleophilic than chlorine, which is more nucleophilic than fluorine. So in this way, we have discussed the nucleophilicity of the nucleophiles and how the different criteria to decide the nucleophilic character or the nucleophilicity of these different species. So thank you very much. So in the next lecture, we will see that how the reaction favors or the nucleophile plays the role. If the nucleophilicity increases or decreases, then what is the change in the mechanism, that we will see in the next lecture. Thank you very much.